This evening, it's Hump Day in America. It is Wednesday, December 23rd. Yes, December 23rd, 2 days before Christmas. Hope you all are well out there, that you're doing okay. I decided to get on live because you guys have been enjoying the live, so I decided to go live. This is a serious commentary this evening, so I'd like everyone to try to be respectful in their commentary, your comments, your opinions. Most of you know I don't sugarcoat anything. I'm going to give every scenario, every commentary I could come up with for this story, and you decide what you want to believe, and we will go from there. I'm going to read you an article because there's a lot of information pertaining to this case. A lot of people have given their commentary on social media. There are several pages pertaining to this young lady, Facebook groups. And right now, I want to read you an article by Queerty. And this was uploaded February 25th, 2020, because the death of this young lady took place back in February of this year, almost a year ago. If you need verification for this information, please log on to Queerty. I will not, hey, how you all doing? I will not be responding to any commentary right now during the live because I have a lot to get out. I have a lot of information to bring you about the said crime, and I'm going to show you a video. And I want to thank Spliff D, who is a YouTuber, because he, whomever uploaded this, and I couldn't get it off of Facebook because my devices wouldn't upload to the screen. So I had to try to find something about the story, and just so happened, when I go in tonight, there is an actual video, and I didn't see it earlier, but I'm going to bring it to you and try to be quick. No, the woman who outed her ex on Facebook did not deserve to be murdered. A lot is being said about Jane Waughfield, the 40-year-old Indianapolis woman who was murdered last week after outing her ex-lover on Facebook. And note that this was February of this year, almost a year ago. On that Tuesday, Waughfield live streamed a video in which she told everyone about a man she hooked up with 2 years ago. Y'all gotta hear this story, she said, because this is a good story. Waughfield then proceeded to spend the next 17 minutes talking about her ex, who she recently learned was effing NIGGERs in the ASSS and hitting the fudge out the back. She recounted telling him and his cousin, who she claimed was his gay lover, to pay her $5,000 or she would publicly identify them. When they refused, she delivered on her threat and made the video. She also published her ex's name, photo, and place of employment. Hours later, she was dead. And note that she died the next day after uploading the live to Facebook. CBS 4 reported that Waughfield was shot Tuesday morning near the intersection of West 30th Street and Lafayette Road in Indianapolis. According to police, she was struck by a bullet during a 90 to 100 mile per hour car chase. After colliding into another vehicle, she was rushed to a local hospital where she soon expired. Queerty's original article about the story was met with a number of comments ranging from justice was served to no sympathy for this stupid sow. Well, Miss Piggy will never do that again, one person remarked. As the law of the jungle goes, she got what she asked for, another wrote. On Facebook, they weren't much better. She had it coming, one person commented. No loss. Bye, girl, someone else said. Should have minded your damn business. And then there were the tweets. Jane Waughfield was a lesson on minding your business. This is by TRT David. You never know how people will react when you attack them publicly and try to extort them. It's just mind-blowing that she was 40 years old making a video like that. The mind of a 15-year-old trying to bully someone. Next tweet. Karma's a bitch. Catherine M. Stroke. Next tweet. Tamika Rochelle. This is a rough lesson that I wouldn't wish on anyone, but may she be a lesson to so many women who think it's okay day to day to screenshot and expose people. Listen, we don't have to do God's work. He told us what's done in the dark will come to light. Just to be clear, outing someone is never okay. Never, ever, ever. But neither is murdering them. What Waughfield did wasn't just wrong, it was illegal. But that doesn't mean she deserved to die. In Indiana, extortion extortion falls under the statutes of the offenses of intimidation and harassment. The penalty can be anywhere from 6 months to 2.5 years in prison plus fines. Capital punishment is reserved for the most heinous of crimes, mainly murder. It is not imposed for outing someone on Facebook Live. Unfortunately, there are no sentencing guidelines for homophobia. If there were, both parties in this situation would be guilty. Homophobia poisons people's minds and drives them to do horrible things. Waughfield was clearly motivated by it when she made the video. Her executioner, assuming it was the man she outed, as appears to be the case, was motivated by it when she let his fear of people learning about his same-sex attraction drive him to murder. I honestly don't know which is sadder. I concur with that. Waughfield had 2 daughters. They are completely innocent in all this and will now grow up without a mother. Her executioner will likely spend the rest of his life in prison, an environment that will no doubt be incredibly hostile towards him because of his sexual orientation. Both are victims in their own right, and neither deserve what happened to them. If you need verification for this article, please log on to Queerty. It's spelled, Queerty, in case you want to unload that said information. There are so many articles about this young lady, different groups, organizations, I guess, did their own feed on what happened. I'm going to give you a little bio on Miss Waughfield, and then I'm going to show you the video, and then we'll discuss everything after I give you my questions pertaining to what you're going to see, and we'll go from there. I'm trying to be quick because it's a lot to do. Jane DeMare Waughfield, her Facebook page, it's on Facebook. She exposed a man on Facebook Live by giving his name, photo, and address. She showed him on her Facebook page. He's a big guy. And on there, she called him a gay bird. She had a tire business. She had 11,000 followers on Facebook. She was gunned down in her car in a yellow Camaro on February 18, 2020. She's from Danville, Illinois. She was born March 17, 1979, and passed away February 18, 2020 in an Indianapolis hospital. There are Facebook pages pertaining to the death of this young lady. As I stated, Facebook groups. The commentary I'm going to bring you is by WISH Channel 8. They do believe this was a targeted shooting. She was 40 years of age. She was about to turn 41 the next month on St. Patrick's Day. She was shot, crashed her car, driving a yellow Camaro down the highway at least 90 to 100, reported by eyewitnesses. And as I stated, she died at the hospital. They're not sure, the police, if the shooting killed her or if she died from the injuries from the car crash. She posted to her Facebook page 24 hours beforehand of the commentary about 2 men she found in an apartment house having sexual relations. Her car hit another car. That guy jumped out the car, checked on her. And when you see footage of that said car, the blue car, you won't believe that he actually survived and was able to even get out of the car. But it states he got out of the car and checked on her. And the other person who was hit in the other car went to the hospital in serious condition. It was asked in this News 8, do you believe, and this was addressed to the police, that social media played a role in her death? And there was no comment from the Indianapolis Police Department. Crime Online is the next source. As I state, shot on the intersection of Lafayette Road and West 30th Street. Witnesses claim the car was going at least 100 miles an hour. Crashed, hit a blue car. Guy got out, as I stated. Another guy went to the hospital. This is a terrible situation pertaining to this case. And it's also mentioned about extortion and the money. She asked for money to get from the gay men, not to tell the information. I also found a GoFundMe page at the time. Her mother had set up the GoFundMe page. Her name is Claire Waughfield. And that page was set up. You can go to legacy.com to view the said information. And I do find that interesting, considering she had her own business, that she would need a GoFundMe page. But these things happen, of course. Miss Waughfield left behind three children, a 13-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 21-year-old. I want to make sure I'm getting everything out to you guys. Facebook groups. Sorry about that. Going out. It's how it is when you're talking about devilment. You should know things mess up. Anyway, there's some commentary about another YouTuber who was able to speak to someone close to the victim. Her name is Nick at Night. Many of you probably know her. It was said through her channel that she wasn't going to reveal everything that was told to her in confidence by a certain person who knew Miss Waughfield, but the picture is deeper than many people think. There's several people involved, possibly, that could have killed her. It could be the two guys who she walked in on who were having sex. It could be another guy she went off on Facebook who wanted to go into business with her. Someone allegedly tried to break into her business. So even out of Miss Waufield's own mouth, she stated that she thinks the two are related. The attempted robbery and the guy who shot up her car, who I guess she had messed around with and wanted to do business with her. And he found out she had went to the mall with a friend, and I guess he didn't like that post, so he was angry with her. So she believes he was the one who shot her car. And as I state, the next incident was a guy attempting to rob the business. So she said it out of her own mouth in a Facebook Live that she felt the two were related. And I always say a person knows more than I would know about their personal business. On this Justice for Jane the Mayor Waughfield page, they say Waughfield, so some people were speculating to know her because they didn't spell her name right. She gives the name of the guy who she thinks, she gives the name of the guy on this page. I'm all over the place, I'm sorry. On this, thank you all, thank you for bearing with me. On this Justice for Jane the Mayor Waughfield page, the suspect name is mentioned by whomever is running the page, a Jamil Carter. They keep showing someone dialing his telephone number, which I thought was like really bold to dial his number, because I thought, oh yeah, you really want him to get hyped, considering we don't know if he or his other lover is the one that killed the lady. Homophobic memes are on the page, which I thought was a bit much, because we're all talking about a dead person who outed people that she had disagreements with, and so now you're on a memoriam page for her, and you're showing nasty homophobic memes, and then saying things about this Jamel Carter, and it's just like, wow. So, you know, everything's up for interpretation. You might want to go over to that Justice for Jane the Mayor Waughfield. They spelled her name wrong, so I don't know who these people are. But as I state, on the Nick at Night YouTube channel, someone spoke to this young lady about what was going on in her life, and they basically told her something, but she never revealed what it was. But her commentary was that it's bigger than what has been revealed. Now, not many of you are probably wondering, well, what was it? Because I'm wondering myself. What was it? What did they tell Miss Nick at Night, whomever called her? Because I'm wondering myself. I'm trying to make sure I'm getting everything out before I get into this, because there's so much to bring to you all about this. The guy is mentioned. The other guy's name is mentioned. And I'm just kind of stunned that this other guy's name was mentioned. And I can't even find his name. I thought I wrote his name down, but I guess I didn't. But if you go into articles, you'll see the guy's name. I'm trying to make sure I got all the information out to you guys. There are 3 Facebook groups on Facebook pertaining to this young lady. The new Jane Mayor Waughfield, that's a private group. Real Conversations about Miss Waughfield, that's a private group. And In Remembrance is a public group of Miss Waughfield, and you are welcome to leave your commentary on that page. You will find other YouTubers who have discussed the situation. I'm going to go on and get into this because I've wasted already 14 minutes, and I'm sorry to go on and on and on. Hello, Two Blessed Palettes. How y'all doing? 17 watching, 11 thumbs up. Thank you. Super chatter queen if you like. I got so much to bring you. I'm sorry, I was just trying to get all the information out because the video is winded. So that's why I wanted to hurry up and get out all this stuff about this young lady, because you're talking about a 17-minute video. Here we go.
Listen, happened earlier today. Hold on. This nigga, y'all, that. Hold on, let me wait for some more people to get on here. Because y'all got to hear this story, because this is a good story. You know, we hear a lot of shit, but we don't never really get to see that shit, because these niggas, they hiding. Listen, y'all, they're hiding behind the covers in the sheets around this bitch. The covers in the sheets. You feel me? The covers in the sheets. Hiding. They're hiding. So, I haven't, discussing some shit with this nigga. We were doing some business, me and this dude. Now, I'm going to tell you, he did give me some head way back a long time ago. Long time ago, a couple of years ago, like before I started fucking with a friend or something. No, he wasn't even there. It was after, it was about 2 years. 2 years ago. About 2 years ago. I think when I first was on Orchard, he gave me some head. That's when it was. Okay, so when I was on Orchard, nigga gave me some head, right? Never.
Sorry, buffering you guys. I don't know what's going on. It's always something when I go live.
I was doing some business with this nigga, right? Hold on. I had to run in there and still take my phone and run out. They chased me out the house. Hold on. Pants hanging and everything. Hold on. Screaming, how old you? They was, I said, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. You didn't even give me some money. I'm fucking telling everybody. You niggas got some money? We Waughfield. Ain't nobody, fuck Waughfield. Waughfield gonna have to pay. Because if now, it's just a story to be told. Oh, y'all don't want to pay? Bitch, I let you give me some head and you out fucking niggas in their ass? Oh, no. Oh, no. This shit's not gonna fly. No, it's not. And I feel disgusted. I've been sick all day thinking about how I let you suck on my motherfucking pussy. And you're over there hitting the fudge out the back of niggas. I can't stomach it. But they say you 4 East Side niggas been doing that shit. I ain't never seen that shit. Listen, I never seen that shit with my own 2 eyes. But today, I've been scorned for life. But today, I'm trying to move forward. Today, I've been traumatized. You niggas out here traumatizing bitches. Who did on this nigga? Hold on. I grabbed what I came to get or whatever. He's like, come on over here to my uncle's house or whatever. Boom. Familiar with your uncle's house. Had been over there before once or twice or something like that. You know what I mean? So I had grabbed whatever, but I'm in a rush to the shop or whatever, or whatnot. So, boom. I'm riding down the street. I done got the nigga being Speedway, right? I'm damn near to the tire shops on 16th Street. I'm like, fuck. I don't left my phone. So I start calling my phone, and I start calling his phone, and with nobody answering on my shop phone. I got a little flip. That's my shop phone, right? So, girl, yeah. So I'm on my little shop flip phone, and I'm like, boom, calling my cell phone, calling this phone. Ain't nobody answer. So I'm like, damn. So now I done got back over there. I done parked right up by the front door, though. Thank God, because they chased me out of there. They was trying to kill me. Y'all, they tried to kill me. So anything happened to me, y'all know they tried to kill me today. Them niggas. And then when I got in the car, I started talking shit. If anybody knows me, that's how I get down. As soon as I get to the car, I get close to my pistol, I'm really talking shit now. So wait a minute. So look, I'm in here. Hold on. I'm banging on the door. I'm like, boom, I'm coming to the fucking door, right? I'm like, damn. Something told me to check the door. That motherfucker was unlocked. When I stepped in there, y'all. Oh my God. My stomach hurts. My stomach hurts. When I walked in there, y'all, what I seen with my own 2 eyes. Hold on. Thank God my phone was sitting on the table right there by the door. I swung that door, but I said, oh! And I couldn't even talk the word. my phone. I snatched my phone. They was standing there just staring at me. So them motherfuckers looking like the devil. They was looking like they was straight trying to kill me. So I just grabbed my phone off. I was like, so I jumping, start running. I was jump back in my car. Remember I told you I parked up by the door, right? So I get in my fucking car. And as I'm backing down, I'm like, hey, you motherfuckers, y'all better come up off some money. Y'all be talking that big money and shit. Give me a couple bands or something, now. Cause this right here, this is unacceptable. So I'm out the window like, you motherfuckers is trifling. And you bitches think y'all ain't gonna get me. So wait. Dude said, come on back. I said, nah, you on bullshit. I was like, motherfucker, send it. Cash at me, motherfucker. I said, if you don't cash at me in the next hour, I'm telling the whole goddamn city what the fuck's going on. I told him just cash at me 5 bands. That's all. Shit, you in a $50,000 truck, I can't get 5 bands. I can't get 5 bands. So I was just like, cash at me 5 bands. That's it. And I ain't gonna sell a soul. You know, it won't be nothing on nothing. Huh. That motherfucker, look, I called his phone. He kept saying, bitch, I'm Waughfield. Bitch, ain't nobody gonna go against. I said, who the fuck is Waughfield? Don't nobody give a fuck about Waughfield. Who the fuck? Does anybody know what the fuck is, what the what? I was just sitting over there, I got a bag on at Waughfield. I sat you bitches' faces and made a bag. What are you talking about? Enough to get me to my next location. So fuck a Waughfield. Who are y'all? Waughfield, who is it? Anybody left? Who is this nigga? And so, hold on. I gave this nigga ample opportunity. I even gave him an extra hour to come up with the money. I was like, listen, just run me the bag, and I'll just try to forget. But at the same time, nigga, you could have let me know you was getting down like it. He said, bitch, I ain't gotta tell you shit, bitch. I don't owe you no explanations, bitch. He's talking like a G-No. This nigga talking like he on G-No. This nigga is talking like he's on G-No, okay? I'm telling you, he's talking like a G. I said, boy, they told me they was doing it out east, but I didn't know y'all was doing it out west like this. I believe out east. I done heard about out east. I heard about you niggas out east getting nasty than a bitch about a bag. Y'all niggas, out east, them niggas getting 20, 30 off white men are hurt. I don't know, but what I am gonna say is, Jamal, you got the right bitch today, because I take it personal because you gave me, you administrated hit on me before. So now I gotta go, well, I stay in the hospital, so you know what I mean? I probably would have known if something would have happened to me behind this shit, but at the same time, you're not safe. You're not safe. You know, it's been a long time really since I touched you like that or whatever, but motherfuckers ain't safe out here, y'all. It's definitely not safe. They're sick, they're nasty, and they're just out here to get bitches. And they're out here, man, that shit is real. That shit y'all see in ATL, that shit is so fucking real, and it's starting to come down. It's tumbling down our city. They're taking over. Everybody needs to check their nigga out straight up, because these niggas are playing like they this and that, and got the keys to the city and all this and that, and they under the sheets and the covers. So I'm just saying, at the end of the day, I've been super traumatized today about some niggas once again, because I had to witness some shit that I didn't come to see or nothing like that, and I don't appreciate it either. Because you know what? If you get down like that, nigga, you need to let motherfuckers know. You don't just do that kind of shit and just think it's okay. And you was looking at me like you was going to do something to me. Bitch, I'm out of here. Yeah, bitch. I would have let him go right out my little car, honey. I don't move without my pistol. Never, bitch. Should have went to the door with that motherfucker. Good thing I didn't. Then pop one of them niggas. Hey, all I'm saying is, guys, you females don't make it no better. Y'all keep accepting these niggas back, and they just nasty, and they just do what the fuck ever they want to do and stuff, and now they just getting wild. I guess they just tired of us bitches. Now they fucking each other and shit. The shit's getting wild. All I'm saying is, be safe. Boat up on your dude. Boat up. I'm telling you, boat up on these niggas, because ain't no telling what's going on. I done seen this shit right here. I'm everybody suspect. after this right here, all you niggas is suspect until I determine otherwise. All you niggas on the list. All you niggas. Mm-mm. I'm cool. I should have known. You know what, though? I'm going to tell you what the first clue was. The nigga was getting his toes done. This should have told me right here. The nigga was getting his toes done, y'all. And you know how you can change the face on live? You can change the face of the person that, you know, like you're looking at them. He was changing them into men and stuff. I understood when he was changing it to like women or characters, but when you was changing them into men, why do you have the men on your feet, baby? What are you doing here? I'm like, I thought that was weird. That was the clue. See, it be clues. It be signs. And I just showed somebody and she was like, ain't this weird in a bitch? Why is he turning the camera into a man touching his feet? I thought that was disgusting. That was number 2 weeks ago. And man, here we go. I walked into a mess.
I'm dead.
I walked into some smutty, nasty, disgusting shit. And I'll probably never be the same. I don't know. Star, I will never be the same. Never. And these little dusty ass niggas, they gotta be stopped. They're fucking disgusting. Now I'm wondering where you got the money for this truck and shit. You're probably fucking white men downtown. You hang downtown all the goddamn time. You down there fucking them white men? What's going on out here in these streets? For the better Indianapolis, for the greater Indianapolis, you niggas need to knock that shit off. Y'all infested our little town. We all gonna be dead. I ain't touching nothing else. I don't want no head off you niggas or nothing else. I'm cool. Y'all done showed me what time it is around here. Shit, I thought we were safe. We sorry than a bitch around here. Y'all ain't gotta worry about it. But one thing for certain, 2 things for sure, that bitch will never be back on this line. A day in his motherfucking wife. Bitch, you should just pay the bread. You don't want to walk around like you got so much motherfucking money. Nigga, you should have got me quiet there. 5,000, I would have thought maybe that you were sincere about being good, right? You would have ran me about 5 G's. I would have thought that, you know what I mean? I could have maybe took you seriously. And maybe, you know, I don't know, but you declined. You thought you was going to scream that Waughfield shit and thought somebody was going to give a fuck about that shit. I don't give a fuck about a Waughfield. Nigga, I sat over a Waughfield by myself and made a bag. Was leaving out of there with hundreds every day. What are y'all talking about? I don't give a fuck about fucking Waughfield. The fuck? Dusty motherfuckers. And now y'all out here passing out shit and anything else. I don't know what y'all got going on. But what you're not going to do is never get back on my line again, you weird ass motherfucking dude. But today was your day to get exposed. Clearly today was your day. Because I'm here to tell you. I'm at the top of the mountain. I'm telling you like Moses. Like I told you I was going to do. And I told you I was going to do this. Motherfucker, they chased me out the house though. Hold on. They motherfucking pants was hanging. Hold on. God, wait a minute. Listen. I've never seen such. Thank God for the people that were outside and shit and kids and shit. They had to stop at the door because they got the top of apartments. They got the little hallway. They had to stop at the door because there were kids and shit getting out of school and stuff. And people outside, thank God. But I hopped in my truck, hopped in my car. I was talking hella shit. I was talking hella shit. Boy, hey, everything I wanted to say, I couldn't say at that moment. But after I got to my car, I told them motherfuckers the truth about their trifling asses and told them how fucking dare you motherfuckers. Ugh. And you kept on trying to tell me this nigga was your cousin. So was he your cousin or wasn't he? I don't know. And kept having him in your videos all the time. Just some dude, I had never seen him a day in my life. And come to find out, you and this nigga sticking and moving. But I'm about to have to get out here, y'all, because I got some shit going on. But I had to just get this off of my chest. I had to just bring it to the community because this type of shit right here, it gotta be stopped. And if something happens to me or something like that, at least you guys know the truth, okay? Because he's quite upset about the change of events that have occurred at this point. And I don't even know who the weirdo he had with him or nothing or none of that. But all that Javier shit, I don't care about it or none of that. But the truth is the truth, and it is what it is. And next time, take my threats for real. I don't know what will make you think I won't go tell nobody. That's what I'm trying to figure out, nigga. I don't fuck with you like that, you weird ass nigga. These niggas is really crazy. I'm Waughfield. Okay, you're Waughfield. Nigga, I'm behind the fair, bitch. I'm behind the fair. You know what I mean? I used to look down and see from the Kia. Nigga, who cares? Who fucking cares? The ghetto boys was living next door to me. Who cares? The fuck? Listen. I was in Waughfield. Nigga, nobody give a fuck about that shit. Y'all fucking and y'all freaking in Waughfield. I've had enough of it. So, from here on out, y'all better check these niggas out straight up. I mean, I'm talking about take them back to the 3rd grade, talk to their principal. I'm talking about we got to really start checking these niggas out because I would have never thought in a million years this nigga was going to come out of a bag like this today. This right here, it just killed my little heart because you be trusting people. You do believing people. When they show you, you totally different from what you really thought. These niggas got on masks, y'all. They got on whole masks. Be safe out here. That's the only thing I can say is be fucking safe. Be safe. I'm disgusted, but it's gonna be all right. But if anybody needs any tires, come on out, Castleton. Tons of tires. I got them all. I got tons of them. And I'll get back with y'all.
Okay. 33 minutes in. I know that was a doozy. I'm going to now bring you up the car crash that happened. Hold on just a second. And let you see what happened. Hold on one second, you guys. A lot of work doing all this.
Back here at home tonight, Metro Police now are trying to get to the bottom of a shooting and a violent car crash that killed a woman there on the scene.
It happened this morning at 30th and Lafayette. That's on the northwest side of Indianapolis.
Our country reporter Steve Jefferson has been there all day long, talking to witnesses there. He also has the surveillance video showing exactly what happened this morning. Steve?
Police believe this all started with gunfire 2 blocks north of this intersection. They are looking at video in this case as part of the investigation.
This video shows the violent crash Tuesday morning involving a shooting victim on Indy's northwest side. You can see a driver speeding down Lafayette Road before slamming into another driver waiting in the turn lane.
It spun it at least 3 times, and it hit the Camaro. It hit the Altima. So when he gets out the car in one piece, which I was very surprised, he runs over to the Camaro to make sure she was all right.
Inside the car, officers found a woman who had been shot prior to crashing.
We have one confirmed adult female who has been shot. She was transported to the hospital and she succumbed to her injuries there and passed away at the hospital.
Paramedics transported a man from another car in serious condition. Witnesses who saw it all told us they're sick and tired of Indy's violent crime wave.
We need to stop it and go back to days when people took care of each other, watched over each other.
People who recognize the shooting victim's car believe a controversial social media post is all to blame.
They show different things. They put different things on there that should not be on social media.
Crime lab workers will help piece together all of the evidence as homicide investigators put together what led to the deadly shooting and crash. On the Crime Beat, I'm Steve Jefferson.
Steve, thank you. Meanwhile...
Okay, everybody, I am back. Thanks for the 21 thumbs up, 18 in the room. As I state, Indianapolis woman. Hey, everybody. Sorry, went on and on. Thank you all for joining me and bearing with me, getting the information out. As I state, a 40-year-old woman by the name of Jane DeMare Waughfield died back in February of this year, 2020. She was going to turn 41 on St. Patrick's Day. She was gunned down in her car. I don't know if she was at a light or where she was, but witnesses say the car was barreling down the road at 90 to 100 miles an hour, and she crashed into a car. That guy was able to get out the blue car, check on her, and then there was another guy hurt who ended up going to the hospital. As you see, she outed a guy who she was probably buying, marijuana from, or whatever drug of choice she was buying, and she left her phone there. She went back to retrieve her phone. She obviously was calling her phone. Nobody answered. So she just opened the door and went in to get her keys. Her keys were on the table close to the door. And that's when she saw the two gentlemen engaging in a homosexual activity. This is a crazy, crazy situation. As I state, many YouTubers have videos pertaining to this storyline. You can just Google her name, through YouTube, and come up with different stories, versions. As I stated, Nick at Night had information from a close alliance of hers that said it was bigger than anyone knows of. Why? Obviously, she was killed. As I state, she had disagreements with different men. She took to social media on Facebook and told of how she felt about one guy who was trying to go in business with her or something. He got mad at a post that he saw with her and another man, Fred, and possibly he's the one that shot her car. Then there's another incident of someone trying to rob the store where her Louis Vuitton pocketbook got shot, and she shows a post of her sitting in her car with her handbag with a hole in it. And I was like, ooh, Satan, what is really going on? But she leaves behind 3 children. And naturally, it is a terrible situation. I'm going to bring you questions, and then we're going to dive right on in. And then you can give me your 411 after I ask these questions. Who killed Jane Waughfield and why? Was it the gay men in the apartment home that she caught having sex? If it is one of them, did one of them tell the other one that he was going to put a hit out on Miss Waughfield? Did one of them directly kill Miss Waughfield? Was it right for someone to take her life? Was it right? Was it wrong for someone to gun her down if indeed it's because she took to Facebook talking about various men and problems and issues she was having with them? Should a gay man be outed on social media or told in general that you know of him being homosexual, bisexual? Will the killer tell somebody that he killed her? Will the killer be caught? As you see, it's almost a year. We're in December. 2 months from now, it'll be an entire year and no suspect or suspects. Did she deserve to be murdered? If indeed it was because of what she said about the 2 gay men, and what she allegedly saw in that home, or is it because she said something about somebody else on social media? And it just so happened, as my mama used to say, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. The timing came right after she saw the gay men having sex in that said home. The guy Fred, who she talks about in the same live, how does he feel about all this? She brought up his name in the live, in one of the lives, that she had enough money to put in a pocketbook, $50,000, and that other guy wasn't nothing but a bum. The other guy she talked about on her social media posts. So how does Fred feel about this, the guy who she was dating? Her going live with this here information, and the fact that she told that the guy gave her head, as they call it in the street. Ooh, so nasty, the wording. How does he feel knowing, okay, everyone has a past, but you're talking about it on live, and you're also telling that you just saw that same guy, Jamel Carter, engaged in homosexual activity with his cousin friend. And the other one is a high yellow boy with pretty eyes. I saw his name just now. I forgot to write it down. I can't. I just, oh, Jesus, please help me. The information of mentioning Fred's name in the live could also have caused him harm. Because when you start talking about money, and somebody gave you money, Mr. Fred gave her money, $50,000. You see, you were asking for people to be in your business, Miss Waughfield. People watch and listen to everything. Somebody may assume, well, she got some money. She's talking about she got $50,000. It could fit in that Louis Vuitton bag. This dude, Fred, gave it to her. She alludes to the fact that Fred was older and that his private parts get up for an older man. Oh, yes, the Queen was very vivid in her testimonials on Facebook Live. But as I state, that's a lot of personal information to talk about a guy that you're dating, what he gave you as far as money, outing these two gay men, and also you owned a business, a tire business, so now people know where you work, where to find you, and you also had children who could also been in harm's way of what you were talking about. They knew where she worked, if indeed it was a hit. Did they follow her from her job? Because I think where she was speeding from was not too far from where she worked. And then they killed her a day later. So one would have to ask themselves, is this indeed a hit because of the two gay men having sex? Because you have to admit it's odd that she gets in her car and gets gunned down a day after making a Facebook Live of telling what she saw, trying to extort money after men, asking them to send it to a Cash App. He did not, from my understanding. But then I went and found another article today that says somebody got some money. So then it says, did her friends set her up? Which I don't understand what that's supposed to mean, because I haven't seen or heard anything to allude to that. But someone in an article I pulled up today said, was it a setup by her friends? Because the friends allegedly got some money totaling $5,000 through their Cash Apps or some accounts, rather. So that was very interesting to me. I'll have to dig a little deeper on that, because that was just very odd to even say something like that in an article. Why does Jamel Carter say he didn't know her? He went to Facebook to say he didn't know her. Why is she saying these nasty things about him? He doesn't have to explain himself. But yet, there's a Facebook post that shows she's asking you to call her. And this is before her death. So, why would a woman ask you to call her if she didn't know you, player? Or is it sugar? I said it. Because that don't make no sense. For a woman to be messaging you, she goes on Facebook Live to tell all her business that she had oral sex with you, and then gonna admit she saw you in the room with another man having sex, and then who gonna do all that to make it up, and then tell on themselves that they done had sexual relations with you, and you're homosexual, bisexual. Ooh, come on now. Why did she go live and tell her business and what she saw in the sexual relationship she had with him 2 years prior? And she also buying weed or whatever, drug. Because I'm just going to assume it was weed. I ain't going to say it was the other. But just say she was buying narcotics. She admits that in this live, that she does business with this said guy. That's why she was there in the first place, to leave her phone. Did she care about talking about him and other men on social media? Is she an attention seeker? Is it for clout? Just something to do? One article says she's a social media personality. One could say that because she had 11,000 followers. So obviously she talked a lot on the book to have 11,000 people following in behind whatever she was talking about. How does her family feel about what she did on Facebook? How do her children feel about her talking about her personal business on Facebook, outing these two men? Will people learn from going live on Facebook and social media about anything personal that someone has done, said, accusations, whatever? Let me say this to you all. When there are crimes and people have an idea who the suspect or suspects are, they will call their government name out. They will say, I think Pookie did this. I think Jim Jones did this. I think such and such said this. That's what they will do. But what you have to always remember, even if there's evidence, even if they went to jail, bonded out, currently going to court for the said crime, there's always somebody that likes that person. There's always somebody rallying behind that person, and they may not like the things that you are saying. And they may be the truth. They may be the truth. But it doesn't matter to the person that likes Joe Blow. It doesn't matter. Joe Blow don't like it. Do you understand what I'm saying? She did have a lot going on. Yes, she did. I don't want you all to think I'm ignoring your comments, but I had so much to get out. I want you all to know this is serious business. Because what you have to ask yourself is all the questions I just asked you. Did they have a right to murder her because she outed somebody? Do we even know that those guys are the ones who did it or put a hit, had somebody else do it? She obviously liked talking on the book. She liked trash talking, as they call it. And some will say she deserved it. This was her fate because she didn't know how to keep her mouth closed. I'm going to say this. I don't believe you should kill somebody from talk, because we already know talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. Your mama taught you that growing up. Sticks and stones. Do you understand what I'm saying? But there are people who take gossip information seriously. And when you are known to be doing something you ain't had no business doing, and you haven't alluded to the fact that you are bisexual, homosexual, then hell yeah, you got a lot to lose, because you're still in the closet and you don't want folks to know your business. So you still dallying around with women, somebody outing you, putting your government name on Front Street, a Facebook group, putting your telephone number on Front Street. Hell yeah, you feeling some type of way. Because now you feel like people are watching you, looking at you, and they don't care for you now. And the women are going to say, oh, don't mess with him. He like boys. He like men. He don't like full-grown women. You get my drift? And if you had no intention of coming out as a gay or bisexual man, then guess what? Homegirl done rock the boat. Done rock the boat. And you know you're going to catch flack in the street, especially if you've been perpetrating that you hard or a gangbanger. You get my drift. I saw photos of Jamel previous, before he, I guess, obviously picked up weight, because the picture of him on her Facebook page, he's wearing like a red jacket, leather, I think, with fur around the collar. Now, some could say he looks sugary, some could say he don't. But the pictures beforehand, one photo I saw in an article, like night and day. He was a smaller guy, he had braids, he had on khaki pants, gray shirt, and a gray sweatshirt pulled over. And where he just let the sleeves hang down. And I thought, what the hell is this? And I said, this a prison photo. Shut your mouth. I'll wait. I'll wait. Boo-boo, you been to prison? And you can see he was younger in that photo and smaller. That was a prison picture. It was against a brick wall. You could see dirt at the bottom of the ground. And I thought, this is not no regular picture. This guy been in the penitentiary, looks like. If I'm wrong, I apologize. I'm just saying. It looked like a prison photo. Prison attire, rather. Prison attire. Then there's another photo of him with a child in the said photo. So I don't know if he has children or not, this Jamel Carter. But nonetheless, whoever that laid down with him, period, whether you had children with him or not, you have been hoodwinked and bamboozled. And naturally, you probably had sex with him raw, without a condom. So you sure enough was worrying about your safety and your well-being and your status, because you've laid down with the gay man. Some people may not like the word gay if they like women. I will say you gay, I don't care. Come on now. We know the deviant behavior will weigh higher. You probably will never stop having sex with men. We all know that. And I've seen a documentary on YouTube where a guy was hard as bricks in penitentiary, ordering around younger guys to be his little girlfriends and nursemaids and gophers in prison. And when that hunk of meat got out of penitentiary, guess what? Guess what? He was a size 0 and wearing makeup, hair processed, was a straight up woman. How you doing, Yana? How y'all doing? How Nitra? How's everybody doing? So you see, the same guy who was in penitentiary playing hard and beefed up with muscles, when he got out of there, he decided to go full-fledged woman and was dressed like a woman with makeup, women's clothes, and I believe he died with the package. So now imagine all the men that gave him sex while they was up in that penitentiary, and they came up out of there dating women and men. This is a terrible case of Miss Jane Waughfield. And as I have told you all before, I don't care for people who get on Facebook telling stuff, going off, talking about, anything. It doesn't matter. It could be, you fell out with your sister, your cousin, your auntie. I saw that a couple months ago. Some people that I know of arguing. They were related to each other. They had a death in the family. They've had nothing but death thereafter. The whole summer they've had nothing but people in their family die. And here you got two women going back and forth, arguing with each other on Facebook, calling each other names, threatening each other. Craziness. Craziness. Then I'm watching a video last night of a young girl in Texas, Facebook beef with her family members. They tell her to come on over to the house. She show up. She takes an older dude with her. Next thing you know, hell, she dead. Then they're saying they didn't think she really wanted to fight. Woo, woo, woo. But it doesn't matter. Because a dead woman can't tell no tales. She went on over there. 16 years of age. Lost her life. Fooling around. Trying to fight her own family. Over what? See, 9 times out of 10, the stuff that people talking about on Facebook and arguing about, it ain't nothing. It's not nothing. And it's surely not nothing worth losing your life over. Because you have people who are not well, they are sick. And it doesn't matter if what you are saying is the truth, they are offended. And they don't like you running your mouth and saying things about them. And as I tell you all, I don't do the Facebook rhetoric, going back and forth with anybody, because you can get heated just in giving a comment on an article or something that's happening in the news, and somebody get offended and they want to go round and round and round with you arguing, and they don't even know you and you don't know them. And I see it all the time on Facebook, the news break articles, the YouTube news stories, the YouTube videos, content holders. Thank you, California girl. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You can just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Next thing you know, hell, you use your damn government name up there for your profile. Well, now they're trying to find you on Facebook so they can go in your damn DM and say something crazy to you. That's how sick people are. And sorry, I'm buffering. I can't get no luck with this this device. It just won't act right for some reason. I've gone over and looked at somebody's Facebook page talking crazy. They was talking crazy to me on an article. I said, let me go look this heifer up. Now, I could have easily went on her Facebook page, on her timeline, but why should I do that? Why should I go through wasting my time and my life arguing with somebody because they didn't like a comment I made? Basically, she came for me. But I could have easily went to her Facebook page and wore into her tail. But why do that? Because then that'd be harassment on my part. Because I went to her private Facebook page. I just wanted to see what she had going on. Nothing. Just a boo-boo the clown talking about nothing. And I've even had somebody jump on my timeline commenting because I, tagged some people in articles. Then they come over commenting. I had that happen a few months ago. Lady just kept every damn story I had on my Facebook page. Finally, I had to let her know, look, Trick, I'm not what you want. And then I did put her name up there on my Facebook page because guess what? That's my page. I put her name up there to let my Facebook friends know, look, whoever she is, she a friend of yours, you better come get your little bag. See, you can be pushed. And I don't even know. You see what I'm saying? She all on my timeline with craziness. Don't even know me. We share Facebook friends, obviously. Because I went into the friends list to see who we shared friend, and there was a lady who I saw was her friend who was my friend. I said, well, that's how she was able to see something that I had put up. And it was something political, I think, but the point is, you don't come over on my timeline going down every article, making comments about every damn article I got. You're not my friend. You're not my friend. You might be friends with somebody I'm friends with, but you're no friend of mine. And that's the point I'm trying to make to you. When you live in small places, you can be found. It would take nothing for me to find her if I really wanted to be ignorant. Do you see where I'm going? And vice versa. I could easily call that friend and say, hey, this your Facebook friend, you know her? Where you know her from? Woo, woo, woo. And you think, somebody wouldn't tell it, person wouldn't tell it. Oh, yeah, she worked with me up here at such and such. Woo, woo, woo. And it would take nothing for me to get the 411 about where she worked, where she lived, wait on her, outside her job, and then tell her, well, here I is. You can tell me now to my face. You ain't got to put it on Facebook, baby. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't get down like that, but what I'm saying, how easy it would be if I wanted to. If I wanted to. I have to think about articles I cover here locally. Because all it takes is for somebody to say, oh, I know her. I know where she stay or where I think she live. Woo, woo, woo. Do you see what I'm saying? Keyboard gangsters, perhaps. But you don't know the mindset of people. And people can come find you when you're talking about them on social media. You're posting things about them because they made the news, or you heard something about them and you make a comment on Facebook. Same thing with this YouTube business. It's the same. If you well known somewhere and people know you and you're talking about somebody locally where you live, hell yeah, they can find you. Because all it takes is for somebody to ask, do you know her? You know him? Yeah, they said something about me on YouTube. Where they stay at? Where they work at? You think there's not a birdie out there that won't give up the goods? There's always going to be somebody that'll tell it. Always. And they won't mind somebody bashing you upside your damn head or popping you one. Because you got people to get down like that. You also got people to get down with that type of trash talk that she gave on Facebook. You have people who like that type of stuff. They get, turned on with somebody talking junk about somebody else. Hyping it up. Yeah, tell it. But see, those same people were nowhere around when the henchmen came to handle their business. And possibly the same ones sitting around crying and moaning, damn, I can't believe they did that to her. Yeah, they did. They sure did. Ooh, y'all love that gaslighting. Y'all these words. Y'all know I'll be keeping up with all this stuff. But I'm just saying, you have to be very careful the things you say. Now, I know a lot of people don't care about nothing they say. Like I said, I talked to somebody recently that was like, I don't care, I say what I want. It's a little young chick. Okay, boo-boo, ain't nobody trying to argue with you. But know that you're talking about somebody. All it takes is for me or somebody else to go back and tell her what you said. And she obviously likes to fight. She be pulling out all your hair, trying to scalp you. May the best female win. You see where I'm going? That's all it takes is for a birdie to put the message in another birdie's ear. Let me tell you what they said. And you tell somebody that like to get crunk, the 211, that's all she wrote. I feel bad for this lady's children because she left behind 3 kids. And how can they begin to understand why somebody would want to kill their mother over something she said? And as I state, whether it's true or not, what she saw that afternoon, morning, whatever, Facebook probably was not the place to put that out. Because she is now deceased. And I don't know if those 2 men are behind her death or if it's some other stuff she discussed on her page that got her to be murdered. But nonetheless, somebody didn't like her and they snuffed that child out in broad daylight. And that's a bold human being. And even if they waited on her in the damn dark they still were bold to kill her. And as I state, a lot of commentary pertaining to this woman's death and what she did on Facebook. She obviously did it to many people. And one could say, and one has said that, they felt she deserved it. Now, I'm not going to say everyone thinks that way and will believe that. I'm just giving you what was repeated in comments on said articles. Some people feel she deserved that. She asked for trouble. She went looking for trouble. As I state, I'm not going to say she deserved to be killed. I'm going to say that for the record. But what I said earlier, that wasn't the place. Because you had to know they were not going to be happy. And then, as the article also stated, she broke the law by trying to extort the men for money. And so then you've now told on yourself in a live that you want $5,000. So now you have openly admitted to extorting men for money. No, everything is not for social media. So you now committed a crime. You've openly told the public that you asked two men for money to keep quiet on a sexual act that you witnessed. Thank you, Diane. Ooh, Diane, don't start. But that's what I'm saying. That wasn't the place, and I've always told you all this, and I still feel the same even with this case here, because this is a severe case of what I'm always talking about on my channel, that you have to pick and choose your battles. You have to know when to say something to somebody about anything, when to argue with somebody, how you're going to confront somebody, because how you go into the ring is not how you're going to come out. You can go in good faith. Hey, I want to talk to you about something. Hey, I don't like what you said. Hey, I don't like what you did. But you don't know the response of the other party. And as I've told you all, everything is about perception. What I see, you don't see. What I hear, you don't hear. And this is the very reason why most of us do not get along, because we don't think the same. We don't interpret things the same. And this is why we fall out with people. The very reason we fall out with people. This is tragic to me. I mean, I've watched most of the videos about her late in the morning and got up this evening trying to get the information. And I was just like, woo, this is a lot to repeat. And I'm sorry it took a while, 14 minutes in, before showing you all the video on the screen. But I wanted to get out everything about her, because I know there's always going to be people who jump on, who haven't heard the story, and start asking questions in the chat. Who, why, when, where. So I want to give you a bio on the lady. A 40-year-old woman, 3 kids, owned a tire shop, went live telling the 411 about somebody's sexual business. Now, some people think she should have outed them. As I state, everybody has their own feelings about telling things. But what you have to ask yourself is this. If you think it's okay to out someone on anything, doesn't even have to be a homosexual act that you witness, are you willing to accept the consequences that come along with giving the 411? Because there's always repercussions for talking. It doesn't matter what it's about. In this day and time, I'm going to say this, because I want to make sure I say this to everybody listening and everybody on YouTube that comes across this video. We are all guilty of gossiping. We're all guilty of talking about people. We all have spun stories about people, whether they were true or not. Some of us have probably lied on people and made up stuff. Now, I don't get into lying business. If I said I seen you do something, heard you say it, then that's what I say. But one thing I don't do is lie on nobody. But some of you have told lies about people. A1 lies. Not no fibs. That's for children. You lied. You told something wasn't true. Did facetious stuff to get people harmed, hurt, job loss, kicked out of school. Oh, the queen gonna go there. A lot of you know you've done that. You've called on people. Could have called the police. Somebody doing something. Could have called the Department of Human Services because somebody was doing something they weren't supposed to be doing with their children. You told something about somebody's income to somebody's rental apartment, the HUD, whoever. Ooh, the queen going there. Most people are guilty of doing something they ain't got no business pertaining to somebody else's business. And you would take that secret to the grave and wouldn't want nobody to know you did that. You understand what I'm saying? She, on the other hand, obviously did not care. She did not care. And that is sad to me. Because I don't think she really realized the seriousness of telling that about those two men and the other altercations she had with other men and putting it out on Facebook. Possibly had she never went to Facebook about the men and other men's business and altercations, she may be alive today. But we can't even say that because we don't know if perhaps she didn't say anything about seeing the two men having sex that they could have thought she gonna tell somebody. She may not put it on Facebook, but she gonna tell somebody. And then they gonna tell somebody. You see where I'm going? And then somebody gonna bring it back. Do you understand what I'm saying? Somebody gonna bring it back and lay it at your feet and wait on a response. And what he gonna say? No, that ain't me. I ain't gay. You know I ain't gay. You know I don't get down like that. You know me. No, homeboy, I don't know you. There's no such thing as knowing nobody. Because as I stated, everybody has passed information. We have passed false information, maybe not knowingly, maybe deliberately. We all have talked about people, gossiped, repeated stuff we heard, seen. It's human nature. It's just a matter of, will it come back and lay at our feet? And will there be repercussions when it gets back? There have been no suspects apprehended in the murder of Jane Waughfield, which I find quite baffling. No updates, no nothing. No suspects, no nothing. And as one lady said who's a reporter, I don't think we're ignoring the case because of the nature of the case, because it involves social media. But when it's an investigation and it's open, certain things the police is not going to reveal to the public. So therefore, they're not going to say anything about the case because they're still asking questions, they're still watching things, they're still waiting for things. But some people, naturally her family, friends, are wondering why the Indianapolis police have not even brought an update pertaining to the case. But I always say you have to stay on it. You want these the detectives, police department, and the city to know you care about this victim, that you want justice for her or any victim. You have to say something. Well, we want an update. We want to know, what do you have? Do you have a lead or leads? Have you questioned anyone that sounds like they could be the suspect? You have to ask. Because they're just not going to readily volunteer anything. You have to ask. And I think once you keep a person's name out there, you talk about them often, it'll jog somebody's memory or rattle somebody's cage. And somebody will come forward. Something I was sitting here thinking about, and you hear this a lot in cases where people are murdered. I wonder if there was a reward, what a birdie had sang. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I've seen this often, that someone will get killed, no leads, no nothing, and then all of a sudden out of the blue, an organization will come forward, Crime Stoppers, whomever, group, organization, friend, family, they'll come forward and say, well, we got so much money to information for somebody who committed this crime, suspect, whatever, lead to a conviction. Okay, so Nietzsche says that the reward is high enough. That's what I'm wondering. If there was somebody kind enough to offer up money for Miss Waughfield, would somebody decide, okay, I'm going to give up the 411? But the flip side of that is, why would you not want to tell anyway? Because telling is telling, whether there's a reward or not. Do you understand what I'm saying? And if a person knows that they've told you about a murder, whether there's a reward or not, they know who they told. Well, I understand people, retaliation, I understand that. But what I'm saying is, if you tell and there's a reward, the game is still the same as somebody retaliating. You see where I'm going? The game is the same regardless. Money or no money. Trying to do the right thing or not. The game is still the same. You have opened your mouth and you have given up the goods. Somebody needs to say something. You may not agree with how she lived her life. You may not agree with how she handled herself publicly, telling people's business, telling whomever she fell out with on the book. But the point is, they didn't have a right to kill her because, as I just stated to all of you, everybody has said something about someone, and someone has gone back and put your name on that, your government name, and said that you said it. And maybe the people never came back and confronted you, but they know you said it, or so they were told. But nobody came and gunned you down in your car and caused you to wreck your car and slam into others on a busy road. Do you see what I'm saying? Most of us are here, and we have knowingly said something bad or derogatory about another human being, and no one harmed us. And none of us can say that we are exempt from passing negative information about another human being. We've all done it. I'm 1 hour and 14 minutes in. I can conclude this live if you like, or I can, linger a bit. But as I state, this is a very tragic, horrific crime because, as the police has said on the news, before they even knew who she was and what they think it could be about, that girl could have mowed down a lot of people because at the rate of 100 miles an hour, 9 times out of 10, she was bleeding out, trying to get to safety, probably rushing to get to the hospital. Do you understand what I'm saying? Ayana said linger. So kind. But who knows if she hit that car because she passed out at the impact, or it's because she was going so fast she lost control. Because you can see the car, I believe, elevated, whatever, on top of another car. So we don't know because we weren't in the car. But there's footage of her coming down that road, speeding at a high rate. And I'm assuming she probably was speeding to get away from whomever has shot her. And they made sure that they shot her. And I don't know, as I state, if she was getting her car, already in her car, but she was barreling down that road. And I won't doubt she was trying to get the hell out of Dodge. And she crashed her car and later died at the hospital. And thank God, the guy who got out of the blue car was able to even get out to check on her. That was a miracle in itself. And when you see the footage of his car, you ask yourself, dear God, how did he get out of there? It's because God is able. It wasn't his time. I don't know any more information about the other party, but that person was taken to the hospital. Serious condition. So you see, a lot of people could have lost their lives from you deciding to shoot Jane on some bullshit from the book. See, people don't think about things like that. Now, someone could weigh it differently. Well, she caused all that. But that don't have anything to do with them. Because they didn't ask for that. No one asked to get their car totaled and could have been killed. And the other person didn't ask to be sent to the hospital and their car totaled. And as I state, could have been way worse than just Miss Jane losing her life. Because initially she was the target. But she was behind heavy artillery, a heavy machine that could have mowed down many people. Many people. Tell me what you think. 31 in the room, 33 thumbs up. Thank you so much for joining me and bearing with me. The holidays are here. So much mischief and mayhem going on in the world. And as you see, there's not much love out here in the street. So as I've always, told you guys, you have to mind yourself, your P's and your Q's, because there's people out here who are cruel, they're mean, they don't care anything about you, and it doesn't matter if it's Christmas Eve, what day it is. You've got some nasty people out here. Nietzsche says she did not deserve to be killed. No, I don't think she deserved to be killed. But I can say she was asking for something to jump off. And I'll put it like that. Because once you say something, hey Carolyn, Merry Christmas to you. Once you say something like this, because this is a very heavy topic, you had to know there'd be some backlash from saying something about these two men. So you had to know that they would try to do something to you. I don't, if it was just beat you up, you know what I'm saying? Pay a woman to beat you up. It was going to be something. It was going to be something. It was going to be something. I mean, seriously. It was going to be something. Somebody was going to say, oh, no, she ain't walking around. I got to get her. She know better. She was telling my business. And like the dude said on his Facebook post, I don't owe y'all no explanation. Okay. But you did sleep with her 2 years before. So one could say 9 times out of 10, you still sleeping with women. So guess what? You owe some woman an explanation about liking and sleeping with men. Okay, Nietzsche says she wished she valued her safety more. Well, and that's why I made the question, do you think perhaps she just didn't care? Because one could say, well, look at how she carried herself. Look at the things she said on social media about these men, any altercations she had with them. She couldn't have cared for herself, or she would have never gone to the extremes of going live and telling stuff. This is why I kept telling you all about the stuff that went on in Alabama and all that crazy foolishness. You got to know when to be quiet. You got to know when to be quiet. What you say, Just Queen? She said, Pete. Okay, you rewriting. Okay. You got to know when to be quiet. God, my hair looks horrible today. You can't say everything on the book. You can't say everything on public platforms. Because like I said, there's always going to be somebody that's going to disagree with you. They're going to have a problem with what you're saying. Because as I state, people will rally behind people even in their wrongdoing when they know they're mischievous, they're foul. There's always going to be people who rally behind them. It's just the way it is. It doesn't mean it's right. Doesn't mean it's right. But I can tell you that one Facebook group, I was stunned at the stuff that they had in that group. And whoever had the group, they was letting you know. They didn't care if you didn't like the memes they were putting up and you don't like the commentary. But I just felt like the girl is deceased. Well, you're right, Just Queen. You're right. It's going to make you wonder. You're right. Because she died a day later. It's like they didn't wait. If indeed it's those two homosexual men, they didn't even wait. Well, right, Anitra. Yeah, I know she had other issues going on too, but I'm just saying, people are going to assume it's them because it happened 24 hours later. Right, Ayana, you're right. You can't speak on everything. But, like I said, as Mama would say, kill two birds with one stone. Who's to say it wasn't meant to be? For her to come out and tell? Because you've been living a lie, both of you men, out here dallying with women And boys, and homegirl told it. May not be the best way, but she told it. The right way, but she told it. Because you see, you were living a lie anyway. So rather than being Jane Waughfield, Pookie, Ray Ray, Tamika, somebody was going to tell it eventually. Because you're living a lie. It's your lie. It's your truth. It's your version. It's your business. But if you have been misleading someone out here to think that you are a heterosexual male, then you are not living the truth. And it was going to come out one way or the other. Another thing I didn't mention in this live because I kept trying to remember so much questions and I write stuff down and I can barely read my own damn writing. Why in the hell would you leave the door unlocked of a trap house? I'll wait. Come on with it. Now you see what I'm saying about two birds with one stone. It was going to come out anyway. You foolishly let that girl leave out there leaving her phone, and you were so ready to get you some old hot boy sex that you left the door unlocked. So that makes you wonder, was one of the men already in another room when they went, or what? Or were the two already there? She showed up, got her stuff, left out. Then what? They couldn't wait to screw? And then you leave the door unlocked, screwing? Anybody could have came in there. Bye, Diane. Love you, honey. Happy holidays. Anybody could have came inside of there. Where they sell drugs, Miss Ayana. It's a place where they store and sell drugs. So you using your home may not even be considered a trap house, but it could just be a place where he sells it. Could be his actual home, not just used just for the drugs and lock it up and going about the business. But you understand what I'm saying? Whatever it is, you should know. You're welcome, baby. You should know, one, you already doing wrong in there with the drugs. Let's keep this all the way 100. You're selling drugs out your home and or trap house. You didn't lock the door to the said home trap house. And then you in there having homosexual activity in a trap house / house you post up in / you didn't lock the damn door. So as I just stated, as my dead mama would say, you killed two birds with one stone. You brought that on yourself. Because had it not been for Jane going in there, somebody else could have pushed the door open. Could have been a neighbor, a child, a relative, another customer. The feds, ATF, help me, I'm drowning. Damn, really? Stay woke. Homeboy, Jamel, Carter, whomever you are, and your other little pretty boy. Pretty eyes. Faking and flogging and misrepresenting being a full-grown man. Straight man, straight men. Y'all brought that on yourselves. Because you were so busy trying to get into each other's backsides, you didn't even think to lock the damn door. So you was asking for trouble anyway. That's why I tell you all, always pay attention to the details. Anybody could have walked up in there. And anybody could have told what happened in there. It just so happened to be Jane Waughfield, who put them on blast on Facebook. She would have never known nothing had you locked the damn door. Do you understand what I'm saying? So whether you get mad at how Jane broke it down, they brought that on themselves. Because it should not have had the damn door unlocked. And I don't care if you're having heterosexual sex. You know to lock your damn door. Come on now. Come on. Craziness. Crazy, crazy, craziness. For those of you who like social media and you like to post things up there, you like to tell all your business, you like to cry and moan about what Pookie did to you, what Susie did to you, what your boss said to you, what happened at your job, the stuff that go on where you live, your neighborhood, your apartment complex, you have to understand that once you put a name to the commentary, it's going to probably get back to somebody else. Thank you, Just Queen. Thank you, baby. Thank you for the super chat. God bless you. Thank you so much. You have to know somebody's going to go back and repeat what you said on your timeline. Any memes you post in reference to something going on in the community, something going on that people know, somebody's going to tell it. Again, I don't know. They have not said anything. There were no updates in Google. I've gone in Google a few times today, late this morning when I was up, and I don't know, right, screenshots. So just like they said, a lot of stuff was taken off her page and his page, but people screenshot stuff. Hell, I don't even really know how to work the screenshot. That's why I tell you, I'm old school, because I don't care about none of this stuff. I was racking my brain trying to get Facebook connected to this damn television and couldn't, just so I could have a visual, so to make it easier for me to go in, show you people's, posts, articles, because it's just easier now using the screen. But the point is, wouldn't even have to need this big old screen. Folks wouldn't be on the Facebook and talking about stuff and posting stuff, because people can't get enough of posting stuff. And you have to ask yourself, what are you gaining by telling the world everything that's on your mind? That's what I don't get. I don't care about really most of this stuff. YouTube was an outlet for me. My good friend, he's like a brother to me, said, you should do that while you're trying to, audition for your TV shows and all that kind of stuff. Give you something to do in your spare time. It wasn't supposed to be a catch-all, the YouTube, me being on here. But I knew if I bring content, perhaps I get the views, I get the likes, woo, 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 get the subscribers. That is the whole gist of YouTube. In order for you to join with these people to where you can get paid. But naturally, it's a job in itself, stressful at times. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Nitra. And people want you to follow through. It's the way it is. And you also know there could be a downside to what you're talking about. People jumping on with the commentary, going off. And what I have to tell myself about whatever people say, thank you, Ayana, that I cannot take it serious and personal. The comments. Because there's times my phone pings all day from notifications. Because I'm a subscriber to many channels on YouTube. And other articles and just other stuff. So my phone pings all day long, notifications. And it really is annoying. It is. It's annoying. And it'll be people who made comments on another channel, and then I read, and then they might have sent the message to me directly to say, well, why you say that and you don't know this? I give my commentary. Trust me, the queen comments on YouTube. I will give it back to you. And I let them know. Well, just as quick as you commented, well, baby, I'm entitled to mine opinion. We do not have to agree. But I'm not getting ready to go hunt you down to fight you because of what you said. And I'm praying you don't come to me. Thank you, Nietzsche, for the compliment. Well, some people think, as that one white woman that jumped on here a month and a half ago, whatever, was talking crazy about who I am and what I'm not about. I don't tell the truth. I'm like, boo-boo, I've heard stuff from somebody you talking about, and they make up fake content just to post a video. And I'm saying it. But I don't go to their channel causing no riff. I don't go to their channel looking for nothing, because I ain't lost nothing over there. Because I don't care. And that's the difference between me and other commenters and YouTube channel holders. I'm not invested in nothing going on somebody else's channel to where I'm going to be in the bushes, watching what everybody's saying, following everybody from channel to channel, jumping on my channel and say, let me tell you what such and such said, what this YouTuber said, and da-da. I don't have that kind of time. I don't care. I don't give a damn. Because I'm not going to waste my life scrolling YouTube videos, chasing down commenters and content holders and Facebook posts like a stalker. And that's what people need to understand. When you start going out and you jumping on these people's channels and stuff and their pages trying to see who said what about what, and then you start leaving comments, you are joining in the bullshit. Just like stuff I'm talking about here recently. I'm not about to leave a comment on the chick's page. Why would I want to do that? You're not getting my Facebook name or nothing else about the queen. Do you understand? Because when you come digging in mine, I'm going to feel some type of way. Because as one lady said once, I didn't send for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you stay your tail over in your lane, I'll stay in mine. I want to come see what you're talking about on your page as to bringing information to my channel and a story. Yeah, I'll do that. But I'm not getting ready to be commenting on your page and your friends of friends pages because I don't need that type of static. I don't need that type of trouble. And it ain't even that I could be in no trouble. It's just that I don't want to be bothered like that. You know, I don't need it. I just don't need it. You know, and I just think, as I said before, a lot of people like all this, you know, as I call it, table hopping, going from channel to channel to channel, arguing with people, going from Facebook page to Facebook page, arguing with these stupid people out here. Why the hell do you care about this stuff they talking about? Yeah, they may say something you don't like. I see stuff I don't like every day. But I'm not going to spend my waking moment chasing these people around. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Callie. And I'm telling some of you, you do what you want. I'm not going to tell y'all what to do. Y'all grown. But I'm telling you, you're going to get a damn headache. Arguing with these buffoons out here. Let them have it. Seriously. Let them have it. It's enough going on. Enough foolishness. And when I see stories like this is the second story I've seen like this in 24 hours of a woman and a woman end up dead because of Facebook beef or whatever. That is serious to me. That is serious to me. Because I don't want to be one of them people. You know, I post stuff. Somebody might not like an article that you post. And be like, what you talking about that for? And it's like, well, I'm grown. It's news. You know, it's the news. You can't get mad because somebody posted something about the news, but you have sick people who crazy like that. They don't want you saying nothing about nothing. They don't want you talking about nothing. They get offended. Somebody go out here and shoot somebody and makes the news. You mention it to this fool, and they get a damn attitude. Well, what you talking about that for? Well, get mad at the fucker that got on the damn news. I didn't tell him to go out here and mow no damn body down and shoot up a whole damn mall. How the hell is that my fault? Y'all see what I'm saying? Now see how they got crunk. Because you got crazy people like that. They get mad because you repeating something that was on the damn news. And you looking at this person like, what hell is it, your brother or your sister? What the hell you getting your drawers all up in the knot for? You getting the attitude. I mean, and I know people like that. Somebody I know specific. You can't tell this person nothing about nothing you read. They act like, I don't care nothing about that. I don't know. Why are you worried about that? I said, Negro, didn't nobody say I was worried. I just said, did you hear about it? Damn, I'm like Cat Williams. You banging on bacon? It's just it's just conversation. Lower your tone. Not that serious. But when they got something they want to talk about, they want you to listen. Oh, did you know about such and such? I always want to bring up conspiracy theories. You good on talking about that. Some old imaginary shit that don't nobody care nothing about. That you can't prove. But you all for that. But you ain't for nothing that's going on in the street that's real. That they can possibly prove. Everybody's different. And I've learned now who I can say something to in a conversation. Who I cannot say something to. This is why I keep telling you all, choose your battles, who you talk to about anything personal in your own life, other stuff going on with Pookie Ray Ray. Be very careful what you repeat. And I hope that whoever sees this video after I'm done uploading, Facebook of the information I've brought pertaining to Miss Waughfield, that they would sit back and say to themselves, you know, I've been guilty of posting things, maybe not as extreme as stuff she posted, but I need to stop talking about certain things on the book. I need to stop putting my every emotion and feeling on the book And I just don't think it's a good idea. Even when it's nothing like this extreme, ranting and raving and trash talking, but just telling somebody why you decided to do something. Why you got to get on the Facebook to tell a decision you want to make about your life or your kids? Who are you talking to? And I want to say this to somebody I know. Baby, who are you speaking to? Why are you so worried about what somebody think? About what you trying to do? Where you want to work? Where you want to move to? What moves you trying to make? Who the hell are you talking to? Why are you talking to these damn Facebook? Thank you, Yana. You know I can get animated. Probably just as animated as Miss Waughfield. Just not to that degree. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right. It's about time of New Year, Nietzsche. Well, I'm praying we all have a safe New Year. First of all, Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas, because I don't know if I'm going to jump on by Christmas or not. But if I do, it'll be something cheerful and delightful. It won't be nothing crazy like I've been bringing you. Right, who you talking to? But that's the thing. You got to think about that when you post stuff to Facebook. You thinking, well, I'm posting my Facebook friends. But in the end, you're explaining yourself. So I'm wondering who the hell are you feeling like you owe an explanation to about what's going on in your life? Do you need to take it to the book? Is it that serious that you have got to announce, hey, this is what I want to do. I feel like I owe this person an explanation. Why you questioning me about what I want to do? I think you should just have that conversation with the other person. You ain't got to post it to Facebook. Right. If your page is open, Nitra. If you have a public Facebook page, and I think a lot of people don't even know that the damn pages are public. So you need to go in your settings to see if your page is public or not. Because those posts run in that atmosphere called space, Facebook space, and it stays there. You need to know if your page is open, closed, because you talking about stuff that you may not want everybody and their mama from here to Tokyo to know what you talking about. And like Nietzsche said, folks love screenshotting stuff. And that's the reason why you have to be careful about posting stuff. Because you got crazy people who all day just screenshot. They got screenshots up in their Google of everything Pookie and Ray Ray ever said since the day damn Facebook was invented. It's like, oh, it ain't that serious. Damn, you need to go find you something to do. Oh, Satan, get your kids. I swear I can't. People know how the queen roll. I don't do that Facebook stuff. All that old crazy talk, arguing with people. I can tell you right now, there's some people right now, we are not Facebook friends because of the shit they posted here a couple months ago. All that arguing with folks, no, honey. You're not going to be on my timeline arguing with your cousin, your auntie, your mama, threatening to beat this person up or hit this person. I don't want to see that. And I don't want decent people who are my Facebook friends to look on my Facebook timeline and be like, what in the world is going on with this group right here? I don't know and I don't care, but I'm not going to be looking at that foolishness. And like I tell people, I don't really have to be on the book. I don't care for nothing of the stuff that they're talking about. I don't even go to the pages to see what they're talking about. I don't even go through nothing, not even the notifications. I only respond when it's something I posted and they responded to it saying, oh, I like your picture, woo, 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 something like that. But just going through their pages, checking everything out they done posted, I don't do that. Well, Callie, that's the point I'm trying to make. It's all the same. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, what all that other mess is. There's people who, this is all they do. They scroll down everything you're talking about every day to see what you're talking about, what you posted. I never go to people's pages, profiles, and just sit there and go down their damn page. Well, Nitra. Well, Nitra, we'll pray for you. We'll pray that your family will stop the beefing before the new year, that they'll decide to themselves and say, you know what, self, I need to be more humble and grateful and spend my time doing other things besides talking about what somebody else talking about and what I don't like about them, those, they, him, her. You understand what I'm saying? I just think a lot of people have too much free time. And the one thing I think is interesting about all the beefing that goes on Facebook, YouTube, and don't work. That's what I was getting ready to say. How can you have a full-time job and keep up with everything everybody is doing and going down their pages? I want you all to think about that for just a second. Do you know how long you can sit on a book? You could start out at 2 o'clock in the afternoon looking at Facebook, and you can just keep strolling. All the stuff that came up on your timeline. Cross over to somebody's page once you see they made a comment. See who they are, what they talking about. Cross back out of there. Go back to what you was trolling, woo, woo, woo. Before you know it, you look up, you're in hour 1. 3 hours. 4 hours. It's now dark. Do you see what I'm saying? You've wasted a whole damn afternoon, or whatever time you started, just looking at stuff people posted. Now, that's not even including Facebook Live, going over to the Facebook Watch and seeing the other videos that's coming from people from around the world. Do you see where I'm going? That's not including articles that pop up in Google, and then your notifications, your text messages, your phone calls, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever the hell else they got going on out there. Now it's 1 in the morning. You still trolling. Damn, you got to go to bed so you can get up in the morning and go to damn work. So you can feed yourself, take care of yourself, your kids. Damn, it's not that serious. Because people will ask me, did you see what such and such posted on Facebook? No, I did not. No, I did not. I can tell you right now, my TV, this monitor that I put up here so I could show you all everything, the most I watch on there lately now is really stuff that's on YouTube, but it's TV shows, documentaries. That's what I watch on YouTube. I rarely even go in my apps on the Roku. All the free movies and all that kind of stuff. I finally watched another movie the other night. I rarely do watch that because YouTube shows a lot of content. I rarely even have to go out of it. I can watch movies on there. I can watch TV shows on there. I can watch documentaries. I can watch updates, other content holders, videos about, stuff that's going on right now. A lot of craziness. A lot of craziness. And YouTube shows every damn TV show, especially with all that, what I did for my man and all that crazy type of stuff. I was up watching that late this morning. I was like, you don't carry your tail to bed. This queen looks bad with these bags because, honey, I don't get in my bed now till daylight. Yeah, I got to stop. That's why I got to wind up these lives because it's killing me, this late night lifestyle I inquired here lately. But I'm going to check out of here because I'm 1 hour and 45 minutes in, and I want you all to be able to get you some rest and have other people enjoy the live because, as I said, I'm trying not to go very long depending on the topic. But this was a very, as I say, horrific tale out of Indianapolis, Indiana. And no matter what you think of or thought of Miss Waughfield, she still was a human being. She just made some really bad choices in her commentary and putting them out there for other people to see. I think that was the worst of her issues. But, you have people, as I state, will disagree and say, well, she could do what she wants. She grown. Well, indeed, she did. Excuse me. She did what she wanted to do. She did do what she wanted to do. And perhaps what she did caused her death. We will never know if it is because of the 2 men she saw having sex in that said home, if it's other men she had disagreements with on social media. We will not know until the police gets evidence of who stole her life back in February of this year. It's coming up on a year this February. I probably will do another update in February pertaining to Miss Waughfield, and hopefully there'll be some new news because I'm sure somebody will probably do something for her in Indianapolis to commemorate her death. So I will bring you the said information pertaining to any new news or updates pertaining to her death or any suspects. I want to thank you all for joining me. I want to thank Just Queen for the super chat. God bless all of you. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. If I don't talk to some of you, please be safe, mask up. COVID is real. People are passing away from this deadly virus, and it's no joke out here. I love you guys, and thanks for bearing with me during the live and the buffering. Like, share, subscribe, drop your comments below. It's everyday shenanigans. Thank you so much for everything. God bless all of you. I love all of you. Be safe out there. I don't want one of you to ever, including myself, be a Facebook story or a YouTube story. You think about that before you go to bed tonight. God bless all of you. Amen.